everyone, it's me, it's Prime Time Off, and I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Oddimus Prime. We are here to do a special short episode where we want to give you kind of updates on the channel, an update on Prime Time Toys, and introduce a competition and a wee giveaway. Yay!
Yay!
So, firstly, we're going to do a wee touch on the news because we're going to cool things happen this week with releases, teases. We're going to have even more next week, and I think we'll have to do something, an additional something next week for what is Studio Series Devastator, we believe. It's definitely getting
Wait
ready
and
for
see, wait and
27.
see.
So, although there was a teased, somebody got a snapshot of a corner of it, like just the crane. Whether that's actually, oh, you get thoughts?
No. That's Combiner Wars Devastator. That was the leaked
Oh,
picture
was
of
it?
Combiner Wars Devastator. People are
Oh,
recycling it, trying to make it. That
sneaky,
was the
sneaky.
German toy fair a few years
Ah,
ago.
well
I
done,
remember
you
that.
squad.
Yeah.
I only just saw I saw it briefly in one of the kind of threads. Too busy today to kind of pick everything up, but okay, that's cool. So the reveals this week, then we've had the retro series carded figures, which are freaking awesome. Like,
Oh, mate.
um, my love for Gears. Like my very first Transformer was Gears. I have a carded Gears. I have my original Gears. I have every Gears toy released so far, third party or official. I am obviously, I've ordered this. I have obviously ordered two copies of this because I need one. I need one on card because one on card beside my original would be brilliant. Like it's got a toy head for me on it for me. And there's some that I like toy deco over toon deco. Like for example, I have this wonderful little ooh, new age Grimlock because he's ready for a hug. I
Hug
like
me.
toy Grimlock is one of my favorite toys of all time. So like I like the toy aesthetic of that. Um, but most of my love for Transformers is from toons. So as vast majority of my collection, I go for the toon aspect, but there are some where toy just hits it for me, and this is one of them. The idea of that kind of that representation, looking like a toy, I'm right into it.
It does look really cool. I was just thinking about that because I've always thought that I'm more of a toy aesthetic person, but I think lately I've really started having more of a hankering for sort of G1 looking stuff. Like when they did the G1 Galvatron and the G1 Cyclonus
The toy ones,
versions. Yeah,
yeah, they're really nice.
they were both really nice. I didn't pick either of those up, but I've kind of got a bit of an itch for some G1 looking goodness.
I think mine falls back to I have a lot of the toys growing up, so I
Mm.
don't have the. There is a bit of me has a desire to experience G1 toys. I've never experienced them. Kind of probably done more of that in the last 6 months than I've ever done.
Mm.
But I always I had multiple VHSs that I just rewatched and rewatched and rewatched. So the cartoon is where I got most of the stuff. That's why, like for example, I it's Skyfire for me and it's Rumble. Rather, Rumble's blue. But the toys I did have, I have a special love for because they were my only versions of the toys. So, but then things like that toy Cyclonus was just gorgeous, and I was like, I really want this. It then ended up at me really wanting the G1 one, which the incredible Andy from Transformers Show gifted me at TFN, which was absolutely my favorite pickup from
Lucky
TFN
duck.
because it was so generous and kind, but it was just a great experiencing a toy I'd never experienced before, and that was on the Friday night, and I'm not going to lie, that influenced me picking up a good few of the. I went back and got the kind of the commemorative series ones over the course of the weekend because I thought if this is as good, what's the other stuff like? So, I thoroughly enjoyed that. But the Bumblebee one's an interesting one
Yeah, I had a
because
few thoughts on him, but you carry on.
so this news so I think forget this or let's call it to this. If they only released this retro version and they'd only released the Studio Series, they've released them in the wrong order because
Mm.
the Studio Series one is based on the toy, based on that the Mysterions. Is that what they were going to be called? The kind of mini bot, the six mini bot cars. They were based on like toy
Yeah,
cars. They're not like a G1 car. They're like
penny
Micro Man.
racers.
Yeah, the Penny Racers. That's the one I was looking
Yeah.
for. So that's what should be on the retro toy card, and the
Yeah.
Studio Series should be more the one that we're getting in retro card because that's more alt mode and that is more like what we saw on the show. It's kind of a bit back to front.
I think if the alt mode on the Studio Series 1 looked more like a Beetle,
Yeah,
but the Penny Razor aesthetic, that would have been better. But I suppose also it's the fact that they've just got the rights back to the Netflix versions because
yeah.
Soundwave came out in Legacy and Bumblebee's now in thing.
Good
But
point.
the thing
I
for
never thought of it like
me,
that.
the thing for me with it is that he's got the mouth head rather than the mask head,
I
which
know.
would be
Yeah,
G1 Bumblebee. It's not like they couldn't do it. Didn't they do it for Goldbug? Is
yeah,
there a
yeah,
head
yeah.
existing?
Yeah,
Not
I think
sure.
if they said that, the Goldberg one's closer to the original one,
Yeah.
and I think it's a shame that that Beetle mold is one of my favourite toys of recent years. I think that's it. I think that's better, in my opinion, than the Studio Series Bumblebee.
Yeah.
I love that mold. I don't need. I've got one in robot already because I bought one off RJ at Minicon this year just because he was playing them, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll have that, thank you." So I don't need another loose one, so I'll have that one carded because I kind of I wish I had picked up the retro headmasters when they were all out. I've got four of them. The ones I've not got are the ones that are hard to get, and I wish I'd got them at the time. This is one where I'm like, I'm buying it. If I don't put it on my wall and it just sits in the back box, and then 2 years down the line I go, I don't need this, then I'll sell it.
Yeah.
But I'm not missing it in this one, so I think this is going to be a good popular one. So I've got my orders in for both. I'm hoping we'll be able to stock them as well. Um, there's a silly thing about like collecting is one thing. I think I've said this to you personally before already. There's something fun about selling stuff that you really enjoy. Like
Yeah, yeah,
we've
yeah.
got I said this at TFN, the Toxic Crusader figure. I get more joy out of telling somebody that we're stocking that than 99% of what we stock because Toxic Crusader is just such a thing that I absolutely love. It's so niche and it's just fun to have something new out, but I can supply it. Like there's a fun bit. So I want to stock the gears just for the fact that I stock the gears. Um, but no, I think they're good. I I always feel when they do these things, do them all. Like the headmasters was fine because they had all seven molds out. They could do all seven. You knew they were going to do all seven.
Yeah.
I know that the sea spray's been listed as being in this retro collection, but my headspace is first focus on do the first six, do the wave one, do the first series, six figures, release and give me them. I'd put like that the six original mini bots. I think that would make me happy. Like I have a love for the mini bots. I had more mini bots than I had anything else when I was a kid because they were small and cheap and mum and dad could buy them.
Yeah.
I had no Autobot cars when I was a child. I had Optimus Prime, the mini bots, and a Grimlock, like for most of it. So the mini bots really tick my boat. Float my
Yeah.
boat, tick my box.
Tick your boxes.
Hey,
Fill your boots.
what about yourself? What you think you're going to get the both of them, or you?
I don't know. I got rid of the Netflix version of that mold for the Bumblebee, and I don't own the Gears mold, but it's another rabbit hole. I'm sticking with Studio Series 86 as my only non-Optimus chug line at the moment, but I haven't got everything in that line. I haven't even got Bumblebee yet. But uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know with those. Um, maybe.
It's interesting, right? So I think the Bumblebee is it's a proper mini masterpiece, right? I've heard that
Yeah,
phrase
yeah, yeah,
used so
that
many times.
figure.
It is an amazing figure. The Gears is the best official Gears they've had. It's not the best Gears. Like Magic Square's Gears better, and Fanstoy's Gears is better. The Gears is good, but the old mode's a bit janky. It's
Mm,
not great, but that one in robot mode with that face on
yeah,
card is lovely.
yeah,
It
yeah.
really is.
We'll see how we go.
So, and then we've had the Bombshell and Ramhorn. All right, Bombshell and
Yes,
Ramhorn.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They've went up for order this week as well. Have you done any of these the retro G1 stuff?
I have in the past. I haven't picked up anything. Well, apart from a significant exception to that, which is the other one that they were shoehorning in. today. But yeah, the I had the retro Insecticon reissues, the Japanese versions that came out sort of early 2000s, or late 90s, early 2000s. And I had a few of the other reissues back when I was collecting more different things. But again, I got rid of them, and I, part of me always thinks, oh, whenever they do a new reissue version of things, I'm going to pick those up, and then I don't. But I should. Like the 86 movie line, which is what that bombshell should be from, but
Yeah,
isn't
but
for
I
some
think they've
reason.
just transitioned from
Yeah,
it
yeah,
being that to this 40th anniversary because
yeah,
Soundwave, Blaster, Prime, and these two could absolutely just have
yeah,
fell into that. I think they've just
yeah.
focused what the line's called.
I
I
hadn't really
have went
thought
all
of
in on
that.
them because probably the same as I feel with the retro reissue Gears and Bumblebee. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do it because actually, for some of these, I had the Insecticons. I did get the Insecticons eventually as a kid, so I had them. So I have multiple copies of Insecticons because there's just something about them. I think the Insecticons are, I said this like the same with the Dinobots. They're beautiful because they're a mini set themselves. They're
Yeah,
all kind of uniform in color. So the
yeah,
Insecticons I really, really enjoy. I enjoy this kind of retro styled ones. The Seekers, the three Seekers, like I've never had three Seekers. I've had Starscream, never had the three Seekers, so that was a joy to have. And then getting the cassettes. I think it's a good way. It's something fun. Hound, for example, was a highlight for me. I'd never
yeah.
experienced Hound, and it was a great experience to get a G1 Hound, and I really enjoy the colours. I'm all up for them doing, just keep releasing them, just keep going with them. I'll buy them. I'm a sucker
Yeah,
for it.
all you're doing is making me regret not having picked them up already. But I'm
Yeah,
trying to be good and
I think
focused.
it's for me. It was almost a when this was line was announced. I mean, for me, it was Hot Rod. Like that was a I bought two of that because I, I wanted one to display the box at the time, ordered two for a really click. One for order the display box and one to order display the robot. But box is sealed, like it's just a cardboard box. So I now have one in alt mode, one in robot mode in the box, and it's like this is great. Like,
Yeah,
but that was a perfect toy for me. It hits such a point where I was just like, I need this, and I'm firmly in that I want a Rodimus Prime, and that colors too. That would be freaking
yeah,
amazing.
that would be.
So when it launched, I thought I'm all in this because I had never been all in all the other ones. The only one of the commemorative, I got a couple of commemorative. I was going to say the only one, but I got a couple. I did get a couple. I got Power Master, and I got Soundwave, and I got Big Shot. But always think, even when we've done this series, I've said that to you many times. I wish I'd picked these up. I just didn't have the funds at the time, stuff. And
Yeah,
I'm a bit like you. If I don't pick them up straight away, then I'm like, I'm not going to try and chase them.
right.
Although I've bought loads of commemorative this year, but I this is a line I don't want to miss out on. If it was every month two or three of them, I might be feeling different. It's not too often. It's quite sporadic, and it can be paced out. So I'm all in on it. I think it's really good, and it's a joint experience. The G1 molds,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
I can't say anything different. I love playing with G1 pots. I mean, this year I finally got my actual original Optimus, and well, if you incorporate missing link, I think I've had
you
four.
know it's frightening how many blooming Optimuses this year, isn't it?
Oh,
Really?
it's
What have
not
you
been a
got?
good
What
year for me.
Studio Series? So you've got Studio Series, Retro, normal G1, and both versions of Missing Link.
Yeah, not including Transformers One.
uh, I
Um,
which your favourite of them then so far?
of all the primes or the
Uh,
Transformers One ones.
do the Transformers G1 primes because you've got four variations there.
Oh, that's a toughie. Oh no, five because there's the the MP one that was in toy colors, but that doesn't really count.
No, I don't count that. I don't count it. I'm just thinking the G1 mold. If you like, I know Missing Link's technically not, but like it's
I mean, the
99% of it.
missing link is. It is amazing. It's an awesome, awesome figure. I'm gonna go with Missing Link because it it's given us something that we've never had in any other way. Not even any of the third parties have done exactly this. They've done updated
Yeah,
versions, and Chug's obviously done updated versions, but this is the first time we've ever had.
yeah.
It's Masters of the Universe Origins, but Transformers,
It is. It is.
and and
It's a
and
great way to explain it. Yeah.
I yeah, Mas He-Man Origins figures I love. I've got like way too many of them.
I don't have any of
Um,
them. Are they any good?
um, but yeah, they're great figures, and they hit all the nostalgia buttons, and they also just look amazing on the shelves, and they're posable. I mean,
Yeah.
He-Man figures are not particularly posable, even if they do have extra joints. You still end up having them posed exactly the same way you would
You,
if they
you do.
were.
You really do. But
So we're just
that's not
like,
a bad thing. It's
no,
not a really bad thing.
I'm not worried about that.
Because
I mean, you can move the arms slightly. Yeah, you can do a
I
little
think
bit more with the.
they're also these ones are like going with what we've done with Missing Link, where you've got a tune and a toy deco.
Yeah.
You know, like this Trapjaw is just one of my absolute favorite figures. Like
Oh no,
I just I'm
I
so
cannot
blown away
knock
by
that.
it. But you're right. Like it doesn't massively. It's more stable because it's not got the rubber. But anyway, back to Transformers. But
Oh no,
that
sorry, we can
Missing
talk
Link
about them.
Optimus, I remember the day it came in, and I was at Greg's and we were opening it up, and for the first time, I genuinely felt like a child again opening it. I get excited at toys, like clearly I get excited by toys, but that hit different. That that hit
Yeah.
all the nostalgia with all the excitement of, and I wasn't convinced on it at first. I hadn't even ordered it. If I'm honest, I hadn't ordered it. I hadn't ordered any stock, and I was like, I'm not interested. Then things started to reveal, and I messaged Andy from Kapow and went, "Can you help, please?" And he hooked me up, and honestly, it's been the highlight of my year. I absolutely love Missing Link, and now that they're doing, like Sunstreaker, like Sunstreaker's a mold I always wanted. I haven't had. I got Kerry got me a KO version, but I've always wanted a real one. I can't wait for that. So yeah, so Missing Link. So anyway,
Do
yeah,
you know
lots
how
of
much?
lot.
Do
I
you know
think
how
it's
much?
the.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, no, you go.
So I was going to say, do you know how much it hurt seeing all of everybody posting all their pictures of Missing Link Prime,
That's right.
and I couldn't grab him at the time. I had to wait, and then you sorted me out with them both and I got them at
To be fair, that
TFN. So it's
that
like
is why we ended up getting stock because I needed to get you one.
a.
So we bought stock to make sure you got one.
Oh yeah, no, I remember what happened now, and I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, yeah, it was hard, but when I finally got it, it's just such a lovely figure. I
It
can't wait for
just
Sunstreaker, and I'm gonna have to get those mini bots as well. But I think that might scratch that itch,
yeah,
the
yeah,
reissue kind of thing. So rather than getting the Bumblebee and Gears that I'll like, but they look really nice on cards, but
yeah.
I've got nowhere to display cards, and also those cards are going to be big.
They are. They are.
They're not going to be
No, they're not going to be
little ones.
mini bot size. They're not. They're because they're not mini bots. They're now not. By the time we get into this year, they'll be leader class.
But that's where these are sort of scratching an itch as well. These are almost like sort of almost like missing link GI Joe figures
Yeah,
because they're the higher toys ones. So they're the 3¾ inch figures, but they're so nice. New sculpts,
yeah,
new poses, sort of based on the classified line, but not.
yeah.
So
Well,
they're sort of along
one
that
of the
line.
things I've really enjoyed in recent toy collecting has been able to get the Star Wars retro figures, like
Mm.
so the actual proper old school size on the old school card, and then get the Black Series version of that. So I didn't go them all because that's crazy. I went with one from each of the first three films. So I went with the other two don't matter, but for Empire Strikes Back, I went Boba Fett, and having a retro Boba Fett and then a modern version on the same card. It just on my display wall just looked beautiful because he had
Yeah.
a retro and a retro and a big retro and a big retro and a big. I've got the very first ever Deadpool figure. I've done the same with that because they brought a Marvel Legends version out, and to then have the gears go in there, that'll just look really nice in that
Yeah. Yeah.
section. So eh, you're right, like it's hard to there's so much good stuff,
Yeah.
and I can see why people get overwhelmed by it. But it's just so much good stuff. It is difficult, like I've got far too many toys. I don't deny that. But it's a fun time. So the other review is ironic because we have absolutely slated
Oh, so much.
crossovers to the point where they were coming up and were like, nah, not talking about it again, can't do it, move on, move on. And when I
Literally, yeah.
saw when it was revealed, the night it was revealed, this was on so we're it was revealed on the Wednesday night that there was going to be a reveal, and then the Thursday the reveal happened. On the Tuesday night,
Yeah.
so the Wednesday night, and it said the Force Awakens or something like that. There was
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
like that, and I had wait to see Force Awakens with my kids on the Tuesday. I told both of them that there was a Star Wars Transformer coming, and the both of them were like, "Can we get it?" Like, you don't even know what it is yet. Doesn't matter. Well, this is a dangerous track to go down, but okay. And then it comes out to be The Mandalorian. Your thoughts?
I mean, Mandalorian was the obvious choice, as the most popular Star Wars thing to have come out in recent years. Timing's not necessarily the best because
There's nothing out there now for it.
well, yeah, exactly. There's no new stuff, and the last season didn't go down as well
No,
as the previous seasons. But they have got the movie coming out, but that's another year or so down the line. So
yeah,
it's an
it's
odd
yeah,
choice. It makes sense, and I suppose it's not something they've already done in a crossover,
no,
so that's good. It does look right. Forget the choice and everything. It does look amazing compared to the
the
older
original stuff.
figures because
Yeah,
the robot mode and the vehicle mode both look good. And that was the one thing we are talking about with the Star Wars crossovers, more so than the well, no, actually, as well as the other crossovers, the Marvel ones, was that the alt modes were really nice, but the robot modes were just shocking. The Marvel ones were just awful both ways, but yeah, this does look good in both modes. The robot mode does look pretty nice. It looks decently posable. It's got a nice set of accessories. Does it look like the Mandalorian? It's got his head, but it doesn't look like he's
it's
in.
almost Mandalorian inspired, but to make that's what you're always
Oh,
gonna.
yeah. Um, but yeah, he does look cool. I love the accessories. I love the fact that the flight stand becomes his cape and his
Yes,
shield. That's
yeah. By the
amazing.
way, that what? Yes, yes, I did like that. That was clever.
His weapons look a bit silly because they're just bits of the vehicle mode turned into weapons for though don't look like anything he's
Yeah,
actually used. Um, and I will admit that I'm a little bit disappointed that it's the Naboo
Naboo
N1
Starfighter.
Starfighter rather than the
I
Razor
agree.
Crest because I
However,
loved the Razor Crest.
I always think when you say timing, my first thought in the timing was better when they did the HasLab Razor Quest and then blew up. Like,
Oh
yes,
my
that's all
God.
back this, and then boom,
You know,
gone. Like,
I was sat finishing off my Lego Razor Crest watching that when that episode aired. I was so unhappy.
I've got where is it? It's in here somewhere. Like literally there. I have the episode one of Starfighter, and
Nice.
was so tempted the night that one appeared to just go and get a can of silver spray paint and just do one. And I thought, no, I'm not going to bother. Yeah, no, I was quite. I don't know if I'll get it. I'll be honest. I don't know if I'll get it. I have still to finish my display off in this space, and then the last bit to go up is my Star Wars stuff. And then I think once that's up, I'll make a decision on whether I want to or not.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not a Night Rider. When Night Rider, I was like, I need to have that. Party Wagon, I was like, I need to have that. I don't really feel I need this. I might pick it up, but then again, I might wait and see if I can get it at discount. Don't know. Don't
Yeah.
know.
I do like. I mean, I've got a few of the crossovers. I haven't got all of them. I've got the Ecto one, and I've got the DeLorean, and I really should have pre-ordered the Knight Rider one, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. Um,
The Night Rider ones, what I like about the three of them is the G1 inspired box.
yeah,
I think that
yeah,
really helps. I took the two of them out, they transformed them and put them back in the box because they look beautiful and I look like G1. I like that. I like that. The other ones, like the Party Wallop, I didn't need a card one,
Oh,
so the card one didn't do anything for me.
no.
I turned it into Donatello because Donatello, but no.
Yeah.
So, I think it's interesting because we have talked about the crossovers have been better, so it was interesting to see them now do a Star Wars one.
Yeah.
Um, and it's not got an obvious repaint. It's not going to be like the other ones who do the six repaints.
No.
The best
No.
Starfighter, you'd need. Who would you put in it if you didn't do the best Starfighter?
No,
Like
I think
Anakin?
that'll be it'll be a one-off. I didn't actually see how much it was. Was it up on pre-order or on Pulse? I
I
didn't
never
see.
noticed. Never noticed.
But yeah, I, I don't know. I'm torn on that because I've got a big collection of, well, a reasonable sized collection of Mandalorians and Grogu's downstairs because the missus likes Grogu, so that's an easy way to sneak some nice figures in there. Got
I
like
can't.
the figure arts, one of the figure art Mandos, or two of the figure arts Mandos, and also some other bits and bobs. So we'll see. But maybe.
Okay, let's talk about competition then.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay, so to line up the competition, let's kind of just explain what's been happening. So you'll have noticed that we have been kind of changing up how the channel's been working. We explained a couple of episodes ago that we're going to split them up into 2 episodes a week. That's been really enjoyable for us. It's helped us be much more structured in the episodes,
Mhm.
and I think it's helped with people be able to watch and go like, I don't want to listen to about the movie. I'm just going to watch the toys, or I don't want to see the toys, or I'm just going to listen, and watching the toys is hard. So I think it's allowed people to do that, and I've had good feedback from that. So that's been good. We've added in shorts. We're starting to do a lot more shorts this month.
Yeah.
And we just this week have started a new one where, we talk about the toys we want to get, or we talk about the toys we missed out from the years we're going through. But this week we started to talk about the things we've picked up through the week, or so that's been quite fun. I think the shorts are much easier for us to produce, obviously, because they're so short. They're much more interactive. People can respond to them as well, and it's been really positive. So that's been good. And then one of the first shorts we kind of had on was me announcing the kind of the shift in Primetime Toys. So 1st of October, Primetime Greg has stepped away from the business. It's now run by myself fully, and it just in us this silly things that make me happy. Primetime Greg is G1. Primetime Moffs Graham is G2. So I was like, it's got to be Primetime Toys G2. So you'll have seen a new logo that's been on our videos. Have a new Primetime PT G2, which will be on this video. I don't have it to hand. It's not like a real thing anyway, but it'll be on this video by the time we air it, or by the time we put it together, Simon. The wonderful looking monks is finishing that up for me, so that'll be available. But I had secured something cool that I wanted to do some kind of giveaways. So the first one is going to be given away on our channel, and that is a lovely print of G2 issue 1 cover signed by the fantastic Simon Furman. So this will be a giveaway from us on this, and I'm trying to remember if I'm telling them how they win it or you tell them. Me ask the questions and you're telling them how to fill
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
It's preparation, ladies and gentlemen.
So much prep.
Preparation. So we're going to ask you 2 questions. I'm going to give you the 2 questions, and then Simon's going to tell you what you need to do with that information and how to enter this competition and how to win. All right, so the 2 questions are, and it will involve you. You might know offhand, but one of them's a few weeks ago, so months ago, so you might not. So you may have to go back and look. So you'll know that in our main episodes, at the end of the episode, we talk about what are our favourite pickups of that year, our favourite bots of that year. It might not be pickups, but it would just be bots. So we're going to ask you to go back and look at the end of two videos, so 1987 and 1997. So for the 1987, you have to find out what was my favourite pickup from that year, and from the 1997, to find Simon's favourite pickup. Simon, what did we do with that information?
So it's really, really, really simple. All that we ask in order to be in with a chance of winning this exciting prize is to obviously like and subscribe because that's just the thing that I think we're obligated by YouTube to say that at the end of every single video.
I just say it in
But
the normal everyday conversations now.
I do, yes. When I buy petrol, I like to subscribe to my card as I pay. Um, anyway, yeah. So like and subscribe, please. That would be nice, and that actually leads into a second part of what we wanted to talk about. But then what you need to do is just put a comment onto this video under your username saying 1997 Moff Spot of the Year is
1987 Moffs.
19. 1987 Moss Spot of the Year and 1997 Oddimus Spot of the Year. Just say what the two bots are, and that will put you in with a chance of winning. One additional thing, we would like you to take any of our videos or shorts, whichever one you like, anything you particularly enjoyed, or anything that you think is pretty good, or just a random one, and just link it somewhere like Facebook or Instagram or something, anywhere you like, and just tag us into it so we can have a look to see that you've done it. Do those things, and you'll be in with a chance of winning our exciting prize. And we have other things coming up. Exciting prize. It's a really nice poster, and of course, signed by the wonderful, wonderful Simon Furman, who, if you have not met, is genuinely one of the most knowledgeable about Transformers, passionate, just nicest guy.
Yeah.
He's
And if you
so
haven't met
nice.
him, why don't you come to TFUK Con next year, mate?
Of course. And also we've got coming up, we are very close to 200 subscribers, which may not seem very many, but it is a good milestone for us. And we're quite proud of the fact that we've managed to grow this channel over the last few months to where it is. But we thought we'd do a bit of a giveaway for 200 subscribers. So hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, we'll hit that milestone and we'll do another video to let you know how that gets. So if you want to speed that up and get yourself potentially another exciting prize, make sure that you spread the word, let people know what we're doing and that you enjoy it. And yeah, that would be fab.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. And thank you all for having watched. We do have plans for, we're wanting to grow the channel. We want to continue to see it go. We do have plans for, as Simon said, giveaways at 200. When we get to 300, 400, we have got plans for giveaways, whether it be maybe a free bit of merch, or maybe a free toy, or a money off voucher for PrimeTimeToyz, or a crisp high five, as Deadpool would say, at a TFUK Con. There will be lots of opportunities to win stuff over the kind of coming months and years and decades and centuries. Probably not centuries. Probably not decades. Let's say. We're getting grey. But thank you so much for watching. It has been a joy to talk to you tonight, Simon, as we look back at the kind of exciting bits. So many exciting stuff. Like it's my wife keeps saying to me, "What do you do when you go and talk to Simon?" It's like, we record for this amount of time, we talk for this amount of time. It's like, but every week. I was like, yeah, and we have to stop ourselves from talking for this amount of time. This looks really dodgy. That's what I'm doing.
It's fine.
But the Transformer scene has never been more exciting, in my opinion, than it is now for the kind of stuff we're getting. Some of the special stuff, some of the third party stuff. One of the ones that I'm really excited. I announced some good pre-orders up this week, so you've got like the New Age Romulus, like a Studio Series version of Gun Megatron. Like that's going to be
Yeah, no, I
pretty
need
awesome.
that. That'll have to have
Uh,
in Toon colors.
the Bingo Toys Grimshark, or Grimshark, yes, Grimshark, sorry. But it's just like kind of missing link version of G1 Grimlock. Like, so there's so many awesome toys, and then that's us only talking about Transformers, and actually there's just so much more. And
Mm.
I'm looking forward to the episode of Talking Toons that goes up this month, is with the wonderful Primetime Paddy. I was going to try and say my favourite person I work with at TFN, but I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just looking around just so I don't get the eye for anybody.
Hey, no,
um,
it's fine. I know that Paddy's the best, so I just accept my
so
place.
so yeah, so I look at that. It's an incredible time to be an adult collector of cool ass toys. As I continually say to people when they try and kind of box you into you collect, G1, you collect Chug, collect masterpiece. I'm just like, I just collect cool toys. If I think it's cool, I don't care what it is. Like, if I think it's cool, I'll buy it. I buy the randomest, weirdest stuff. Greg always laughs at me and goes, "What are you buying now?" I am the guy that just
He's
buys
a
a bit of
funny
everything.
one to talk.
my worst habit is to go, Greg, I think this. Okay. But yeah, so thank you so much for listening to us waffle on week, and I hope you've enjoyed the new content as of recently. We've had some really positive comments around the way that things have happened on the channel recently. So thank you so much for that. It helps us to develop the channel. I don't want to say grow so much as develop the channel, because what we're doing now will change in 3 months, 6 months. We'll learn as we go.
Hmm.
So please, if you've any feedback, any thoughts, anything you'd like to see, shoot us a message. We're always up. We're open to new ideas. Like what's the pickups this week that's a kind of throw in. The shorts are fun, so please, if you've got ideas of things to do that, just let us know. But I think that covers everything.
Yeah,
Have I missed
I think.
anything?
Well, this was supposed to be a really short video,
Yeah, I know. We
and
never do short.
then yeah, and the problem was that we talked about all the stuff that we normally talk about out of the video on the video, so
I know.
it's a different video from what we intended. But yeah,
Well,
no, I think we've covered everything ad
yeah.
nauseum.
Okay, well, thank you so much all for watching. Remember, Simon says, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Make sure you don't miss any of the content. We've got so much content these days. Don't want to miss out on any of it. And tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell somebody you don't even like. Just tell
Yeah,
some randomer.
write it in the toilet stalls. Wait, no, don't do that. It's graffiti. That's bad.
Oh,
Yeah, no, don't do that.
that's my TFN challenge there. Only
Right,
kidding.
anyway. Yeah, definitely kidding. Disclaimer, that was all not, don't do that. Don't do that. Right, anyway.
All right. Thank you all for watching. See you again soon.
Bye.